We got another one, another commitment, another one off the board, basically. Coach Banghart is doing her thing. We're going to talk about it, though, on 94 feet of UNC.
Gordy to Black. The time, 18. Shot, Jordan! Michael Jordan!
Swicker with the defense and the rebound. That's a good effort by Swicker.
Stackhouse freaking in on Parks. Reverse dunk is good, and he gets fouled by Parks. Oh, my goodness, what a dunk by Stackhouse.
I think that he brought him back so quickly, but you know what? They're down the it's fair to
the glass, no good. Rebound followed by Hansbrough. Good! Carolina.
inside 30 overall. Love, top of the key.
Alice, the belt is over. Carolina. The Tar Heels have won the national championship.
And that is it. There is a new team in college basketball. North Carolina takes the title. Happen any final. North Carolina is the 2009 national champion. And this year, the confetti is going to fall for North Carolina. They're not going to be denied this time.
What's up, UNC family? You are tuned in to the 94 feet of UNC podcast. I am your host, Lindsay Graham, of course. I got another big commitment in the building with me today. She decided to stop by and chop it up with me for sure. Before we get into introducing herself and her introducing herself, please make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that like button, hit that comment button, and subscribe to my YouTube channel at 94 feet of UNC so that you don't miss out on any content that I provide for you. And once again, as I always say, you never know who's going to stop in at the Zell Dome to chop it up with me for sure. Make sure you follow me on my socials, on Twitter, on Instagram at 94 feet of UNC. I reply back, and interact with everybody. I appreciate all the love and support from everybody, of course. And also, we got 94 feet of UNC podcast merchandise, which is coming soon. So in order to find out, of course, about the free giveaways and the contests and things like that, you got to make sure you tapped in with me. So follow me on my socials, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and yeah, let's keep rocking. You know what I'm saying? Go Heels, right? So my special guest, of course, in the building with me today, she decided to stop in at the Zell Dome. We are thrilled to have her here today is Taissa Queiroz. Did I get that right?
Yes, you get it right. Taissa Queiroz.
Yeah. See, I'm working on it. I'm working on things here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to critique everything, I guess you could say. So, Taissa, how are you? What's going on?
I'm doing good. Just chilling today and working on and homeworks for school, but just chilling. How are you?
I'm good. Besides this allergy cold that I got going on here, I guess. But other than that, it happens. I mean, it's the weather changing type situation, but no days off for me. You know, I'm here. Yeah. That's the big part about it and everything. So yes. I'm here, and I'm glad you're here, and we're gonna get into it and discuss some things today. So I tell you, won't you introduce yourself to everybody and tell everybody about yourself and, you know, where you're from and things like that?
Yeah. So my name is Taissa Queiroz. I'm from Brazil, originally from Brazil. So I started playing basketball when I was 8 years old. I was basketball and soccer in the same time, but after I choose basketball for family things, and now, because of basketball, I'm here having this opportunity to be in the U.S. and having this opportunity now to be at Tar Heels, So yeah, playing basketball, I'm now going to be like a few years.
For sure. Well, listen, we once again, we're glad that you're here. I'm happy that you're here, and for me to be able to chop it up with you a little bit and see what's been going on in your journey and how we got to this point to you being a Tar Heel, of course. So I tell you, let's just jump right into things or whatever. So I always ask my guests this, and of course, there's always different answers. Some people they was always a fan. Some people grew to be fans. So I guess my question would be how you became a Tar Heel fan, and if not, then with all of that, walk us through the recruiting process on how things came to be and how you became a Tar Heel.
Well, before I didn't know too much about college here in US. I always been like when I was in Brazil, I always been watching some highlights in YouTube from college, but I didn't know so many like deep stuff about how the recruitment process going on and all this kind of stuff. I always see some friends here in US having some offers, but I didn't know how it was to like you pick your offer, you pick the school you want to. So after I moved to US to start playing basketball, some club team and offers start coming up. And on my mind I was kind of like, oh, that's pretty cool. You having some offers over here. Um, but my coaches from high school, they really try to help me with that because on my mind was kind of like, just pick the first offer you get to and go there. But it's not like that, you really need to know what type of coach you want to play with, where you want to live, and what kind of style you want to play, and if you like the teammates or not. So after with this recruitment process, it was a really fun recruitment process because I knew all the kind of different college, all kind of different coaches and teammates. And this is for me was one of the most important part to choose
Mhm.
my school, the school I want to go to, because you want to be around good people, you want to be around the coaches, wants to have the best thing for you. And that's why I choose UNC because I really saw an official visit with Coach Banghart how she cares about her players, not just
Mhm.
inside the court, but outside the court is really important if they are okay or if they're not. And the
Mhm.
coaching staff too, how they care about the players
Mhm.
and the teammates. I really love the girls. The girls are really nice. We had a really good connection. So when I was there with my family, I was kind of like, I'm feeling this is gonna be home.
Right.
And
Right.
for me now it's like after past the weekends from official visits, and I told my parents like UNC gonna be my home. And after I told Coach Banghart in the phone call, hey, can I commit it over there? And she was
Right.
really happy. And I'm so happy and so grateful for had the opportunity to have offer from UNC because UNC is a different environment, Is here in school, like, everyone like, dang, you're committed to UNC. That's crazy. Jordan was there, all the good players. Yeah,
Yep.
it was really fun to see how people are so they're so like grateful for seeing me with this process, with the recruitment process and choosing UNC to be my home.
Yeah. 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 Listen, it's so many great things right there that you just said. Like, it's always good when commitments, especially commitments, can come on to the show and express how good the UNC family is. Like on just about every single one of my shows, we always talk about family. Like
Yes.
from the alumni players to the commitments and things like that. Family is always the big thing, and UNC is a family.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing to hear it from commitments, especially because commitments are the ones that are seeing everything from the outside looking in versus alumni
Yes.
players who was already in and now they're on the outs. But of course they all have their different stories, different memories and things like that. But at the end of the day, it all still comes down to that word family. And of
Yeah.
course, uh, 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 watching Coach Banghart, because of course I follow her on all the socials, of course, and things like that. The way that you speak about her says everything that she is, as far as the
Mhm.
type of woman that she is, as far as caring for her players, um, and on and off the court. And it's just such a beautiful thing. It's the way that she even interacts with her, with her current team, with her commitments. Um, it's like she's that same person every day, and it's just a
Yes.
beautiful thing to see that as fans, as podcasters, as players, things like that. And your story sounds pretty much almost the same as Nyla Brooks, which I had on the show a couple weeks ago. um, Also had Talia Henderson on as well. um, and they all pretty much said the same thing about Coach Banghart. And it's when you say UNC is a totally different environment, it is. And
Mhm.
like the big shout out to Armando Baycott, but he's tweeted out a long time ago that if you don't come to you if you come to UNC for a visit, you're going to commit. Don't come if you're not going to commit. That's
Yeah.
true. It's a true statement. Like, just, and not so much just of the teams and the players and coaching staffs and things like that, but the fans as well. Like, and we all have that thing to where we say, once a Tar Heel, always a Tar Heel.
Mhm.
Some players now with the transfer portal, they've transferred out. They may be at other schools now, but guess what? They're still a part of the UNC family. And to be honest with you, some of them even come back to interact and hang out with the players and things like that or whatever. But it just goes to show how united this family is. And incredible story there. um I'm curious to know, because I do want to know, how many schools was you down to when you made that decision, like, hey, yeah, UNC is it. That's where I'm going.
Well, I was down to my top six, and after talking with some coaches, and we're talking with my family and SRC, and after starting near down to top four, and after starting near down to top two, and I was kind of like, okay, it's time. It's
Right.
time to make my decision. And was how did I say, was it really stressful, because you want you're the best, you want to have the best experience in college, but at the same time you want to make this for you, but you want to make this for the culture. You want to show the culture how you're gonna fit in the team, and how you're gonna improve yourself with the team for have the best success.
Right.
So for me, it was really being stressful, because it was kind of like, okay, but have that school, but at the same time have that school, and it's kind of like,
Right.
you know what, I need to really go deep on what I want and what I'm gonna think gonna fit me well. And that's why I choose UNC, because I can see me fitting UNC so well, and with the teammates and with the coaches. And I think the success gonna be for me, but as the program too, as the UNC being Tar Heel.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's wild that you say that, right? Because you do have all of these other schools out there. And of course, being from another country, um, there's one name that sticks out around the world
Mhm.
that everybody knows who he is, right? And that's
Yes.
Michael Jordan, right? So,
Mhm.
you being from another country, and everybody's family and friends saying, oh, you're going to North Carolina, you're going to the
Yes.
same school Michael Jordan went to, like,
Yes.
that's always a big thing. So I'm sure that family and friends and everybody was just so thrilled to probably hear that. I'm
Yes.
sure that they to be honest with you, they may be a little bit more excited than you are just because, like, like that's
Yeah.
just that's how it goes, I guess. But yeah, all of those other schools probably really decent schools, but guess what? They don't have a Michael Jordan in the past, in the history books or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. So big shout out to
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, the greatest player that ever played the
Hmm.
game of basketball. And
Yeah.
of course, he went to the greatest college and the greatest school ever. So I mean,
Mhm.
congratulations, of course. And of course, much success to you, in the next upcoming seasons, being a Tar Heel. So yeah, just I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited because of the fact that I've had the chance to speak to Leah, had the chance to speak to Nyla, now having the chance to speak to you, and possible more commitments in the future. Like
Mhm.
it's a beautiful thing because I'm not far from Chapel Hill. So me and my wife, we coming. We coming to some games. So y'all might see me in the stands, might have some signs up. If you see me, just point at me and like, yeah, like we did it, or whatever. But
Yes.
I'm excited. Like I cannot wait. I really cannot wait. I'm excited for this season, of course, but me being biased, I guess, because of the fact that I've spoken to y'all, I'm more
Mhm.
excited for next season. I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
lie. Like I'm jumping already to the next season. And listen, Coach Banghart is killing it right now. The
Yeah.
only coach in college right now to have 3 top 100 commitments. The only
Yes.
coach in college on the women's side, the only coach to have 3 top 100 commitments. That says a lot. It says a lot. And
Yes.
I think North Carolina is I think we on our way. I think we on our
Yeah.
way to bringing home another natty sometime in the future. I think so. So
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so too.
For sure. For sure. So let me ask you this. What what are some things that Taissa is looking for to improve her game in the future and when she comes to UNC? Like, is there some things that Coach Banghart might have told you to that that you know some areas where you may want to improve or whatever the case may be? Like, what are some things that you're looking forward to improve your game?
I think going to college, I want to improve a little bit of everything. I had like a huge bag of all the type of skills, but I think like already like talking with Coach Banghart, she already say like some my accuracy on my shots had like more consistent shots. Because college basketball is a different type of environment. It's a different type of game. It's so much faster, so much quicker, and one of them is like making my decision more quicker and making like my decision under pressure, because you're working with girls already being 4 years, 3 years on college, and you're just coming from high school is a totally different games, and that's why I want to really improve everything on my game and consider like my shots, my defense, my skills, my ball handling, everything. But one of them it's really important is mental toughness, because college basketball, how I say, it's you're doing this now for you. You need to be proud of yourself, but at the same time you're doing this for the fans and for the culture. The fans are expecting you're gonna do something really good for their program too. So that's why I say the mental toughness, because you need to take care about you and they take care about the other people who's around you. So this
Yeah.
is like the three main things: shooting, defense, and mental toughness. On my mind, I really want to improve on. on my game for the future.
Yeah. And that's so important to have all three of those things because, you know, shooting, I mean, of course that comes over time. Of course that comes with a lot of dedication and determination in the gym, working on it, practicing things like that. Defense, I don't defense is one of those things where, you know, it gets to, I mean, being a solid defender
Mhm.
is very big, and I know that UNC we're big on defense. We are so big on defense, and you know we've had a lot of great defensive players that came through and played for the program, of course, on the men's side, and some on the women's side as well. And then as far as the mental toughness, you know, it doesn't it nothing happens without that. Like, you know, because
Mhm.
it's a mental thing. Basketball, of course, is
Yes.
also a mental type of sport. It's not just physicality, it's also mentality as well. And for that just shows uh maturity.
Yeah.
It shows the growth, the dedication, of course, the determination to being and wanting to be a better player.
Mhm.
Then you know things will be different from freshman year to sophomore year, and the same
Yes.
thing from sophomore to junior. So, but if you continue to keep that mentality, it's a beautiful thing, and the outcome is just enormous. It's just crazy, and I know that because I'm gonna be honest with you. You having that mentality, along with Nyla's what do I want to call it? Edgy. Nyla is very edgy. I know she is. As a
Mhm.
matter of fact, when I spoke to her about it, she even admitted it. Like
Yeah.
Nyla is edgy. Like, you know, she's got some dog to her. Like, you know, and everything. And as far as Talia, I did not know that Talia had that until I actually spoke to someone else that was close to her. But
Mhm.
Talia is she has some edge to her as well. And I can't imagine, and I just can't wait to see how all of that just shows on the court, but with you guys on the court. Like, you know, it's gonna be incredible to watch. I cannot wait. Like, I absolutely cannot wait, and I think that's with the biasness to be able to like ready for next season already. I'm ready for this season. Let me make sure I put that out there. I have to make sure I keep putting that out there. But I am really, really, really excited for next season. That's no shade to anybody on this team this year or anything like that, because this team is going to be this year is a really good team, a really good team,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it's just but next year with some returning players, the commitments, maybe someone
Mhm.
you never know with the transfer portal. That team next year is going to be amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
And I just I can I think I'm getting season tickets. I think I'm getting
Yeah.
season tickets. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get some season tickets for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. So yeah, but I can't wait. But
Yeah.
that's good to have those three things. Those are amazing goals, or you know, things that you have set for yourself. It's a beautiful thing. And once again, you know, like I say, much success to you. I know things are going to work out. I'm not going to say I hope. I know things are going to work out for you, and you know, to just improve not only as a player, but also as a young woman, I guess you could say, being, you know, because on and off the court, like we spoke about earlier, you know,
Mhm.
because that's what North Carolina does. It prepares you to be
Yeah.
not only a player on the court, but it also prepares you to be a really good person off the court. And
Yes.
that's a beautiful thing. That's I yeah, that's just a beautiful thing. I words can't express it. Words cannot express it. Like, it really can't. So let me ask you this: who or what players? I'll just say who. Who does Taissa look up to in basketball? And it could be men or women players. Like who do you look up to? Like as far as possible idols or role models or things like that.
Mhm. Well, I for men's size, I have my three favorite players is MJ,
Okay, let me
of
hear.
course. MJ, of course. Kobe Bryant and LeBron, because I think both of the three of them, they really have something different to show up. MJ
Right,
being one the best player in the whole world since he played,
for sure.
and
Yeah,
Kobe because what I liked from Kobe is how he had his mentality. The Mamba mentality, how he was a player, and LeBron because for me he is a great player inside the court. How strong he is inside the court and how he knows how to make his decision. So for me, there
yeah,
three of them is my how I looking forward to play like or the same or to make my game the same. And for women
right.
sides, I have three too. I have Kenzie
Okay,
Parker here from US. I think for me, she is the best player. And I have two Brazilian girls, women's, right? Camila Cardozo, because I think
okay, yeah,
what she's doing for our country, Brazil, it's been awesome. And everyone is trying to make the same thing, going to college, playing some NCAA tournaments and everything. And now she's being in WNBAs. And you looking at like how she was so young coming to US with 14 years old with no English. And she
right.
passed all through of that. And now being a WNBA, doing her dreams, I think this is one of the most looking for. And the Midis Dantas is other woman. She played for Indiana Fever. She's from Brazil too. Is
Okay,
other woman. She's really a great player, and I looking forward to play like her too.
okay. Listen, big shoes right there to follow after for sure. On the men's side, listen, I don't even know if I need to explain. I mean, MJ, Kobe, LeBron, uh, I mean, that just again shows the mentality and it shows the style of game and of course the mentality of it coming
Mhm.
from you. Like,
Yes,
as far as what you're going to present and bring to the table for the
yes,
team. Like, you know, MJ, he got bullied, when he first came into the league, they bullied him. What did he do? Went back to the gym, got stronger, got bigger, came back, won chips.
yep,
Kobe, where to start? Because, in the gym every night, shooting around, the mentality, like,
hmm
it was like a killer type of mentality, I guess you could say.
yes,
And then LeBron, I mean, of course, I mean, in this modern day era, LeBron would not big shoes to fill. Like,
hmm
as far as, his toughness, and things like that, as far as what he brings to the game. On the women's side, let's see, you said Candace Parker,
yeah,
right? Yeah, Candace Parker, Carmela Cardoza, who is from
yeah,
South Carolina, of course. I think Candace went to Tennessee, and
hmm
the last one was Santos. I know the name, but not too familiar because they don't really they didn't show like a lot of Fever games, but they of course they showed Fever games because of Caitlin Clark. But
yeah,
I mean, Caitlin has just changed the whole game as far as the WNBA is concerned, in my eyes.
yes,
So that's a huge thing, huge thing right there. So,
yeah,
these are big shoes to fill, but once again, like I said, it shows your mentality and it shows, where the direction that you're trying to go when it comes to your game. So, I
yeah.
mean, hats off to you. And once again, I can't wait. Like it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be so
Yeah.
great. So, so let me ask you this. What are some future goals for you? I mean, it looks like you succeeded one of them by coming to the University of North Carolina. But what
Yes.
other future goals do you have, set for yourself?
Yeah. This is a good thing. I'm gonna be graduating early, so I'm gonna enroll with UNC already in January of 2025. So that's one of the goals, to already know how the team work, how the system work, how Coach Banghart work on practice, all this kind of stuff, and already see how's the games, how's the environment with the game. Already, I'm gonna be there on January 4th. And January 5th, already gonna have a game against Notre Dame. How gonna be the environment with everyone in the fans. So having this opportunity to go early to UNC, I really want to improve my skills on with the coaches, what I need to improve on my game, for like already be prepared for my freshman year, because freshman year is the year where you're learning everything so fast, because season is already over there. So that's why I really looking forward to go early. I already know how to work. And I really want to, for future growth, I really want to make an impact on my place on both ends of the court on the games. And ultimately, I wanna have a championship, with UNC, because we deserve that. We deserve that. I'm gonna be so grateful with all the teammates and the coaches having this championship on our hands. So, and with that, I think it'll be so awesome. I'm so excited to know everyone. I'm so excited to know my new teammates for freshman year, and I think the leadership too with them. Already being a freshman year, but trying to help everyone. If you already know something over here, why you can tell the senior, not just because you're a senior, you can learn other stuff from freshmen too. So I think this is really important. This goes to already know the environment and be prepared for everything that's coming up.
That's I love hearing that, because for the very simple reason, you coming onto campus and enrolling in January, like you said, it gives you a little head start in a way.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know Talia and Nyla's schedule as far as, when they're actually going to be, on campus. But, by you having that early jump start, that's a good thing, because you can actually go and sit in on the practices, go and look at the environments of the game, and all of the different games and things like that, which are things that, when it's time for them to come on campus and things like that, that it's like, hey, this environment is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
like it's just so good the way that things are flowing perfectly and smooth for you. I'm not gonna lie. I wish you was to reclassify and come early. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
that might have been it. That would have been amazing, of course. But I think by you being able to do that is it's gonna put you in a really good position because you now actually, like you said, and like I said, that you can get the head start on things. You could get into the gym, if you need to get a little bit more, with the physical side of things.
Yeah.
It just it's always good to have that early head start. That way, when it's time for season, you're kind of
Mhm.
pretty much already into the flow of things.
Yeah.
Like, like practice, when season starts next year, practice will be so repetitive and so laid out, I guess you could say. It's so smooth for you
Mhm.
because
Yes.
you'll be done had that opportunity to witness it firsthand a little bit early. So that's once again, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I gotta ask you, like, how does the family feel about you being all the way on the other side of the country? Like, how did y'all work that out? Did you work out some deals with them as far as like coming to some games and things like that? How did you work that out with them?
It's kind of funny because my mom went in official bit. She already talked with Coach Banghart. She's kind of like, hey, I need to be here for watch the games, okay? So they're really proud of me for everything I've been doing, you know. The my
Yeah,
mom always like call shout my mom, my dad, my sister, they always call and they say how proud they are for seeing me my dreams coming true. And they saw the environment for UNC, so they're really happy. They're kind of like, okay, this baby boy gonna fit well on me too. So
right.
they're really happy. Yeah, my mom and my dad, they already told it like, we're gonna try to support you no matter what and try to see your game, like be there, be on Chapel Hill for see your game. And Coach Bayhart already told like, your family can come whenever they want for see your games. I know how hard it is being so far from home. And she'll say, if you need something from them, I you can go ahead and talk with your parents. They're gonna come over here and everything. But they're really proud of me. Really proud of what UNC can do for me.
Yeah, yeah. That's a beautiful thing. And once again, it goes back to who Coach Banghart is, not only as a
Yes.
coach, but as a person. Like,
Yes.
it just shows how much she takes care of her players and her family, even outside of the university, like, and friends and things like that. Like, I I I see all of this stuff because, of course, I love the fact that Coach Banghart is all over social media. I love it. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's an amazing thing. Um, but it just goes to show how in tune she is and the relationship that she has with all of her players and her staff and
Yes.
family and friends. And it's just so amazing. Like, I think I told Talia when I talked to her that there was a challenge that was I think it was a challenge that was out there. So, and I know I watched that video clip or that reel on Instagram at least 20, 30 times, right? So Coach Bainhart and two of the assistant coaches, they video called
Oh
some of the players.
yes.
You saw that, right? Like,
Yeah.
video.
And they're kind of mad.
Yeah, just like, and the players was looking like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, why are y'all
Yes.
staring at me like that? Like, did I do something wrong? And then it was just like she was just like, okay, have a good day, and just hangs up on him. Like, that is like she doesn't really, yes, she's in that position to be the head coach, but
Mhm.
the way that she goes about doing things, you would think she was just like the friend, like the
Yeah.
real close home girl, or or like something in that, or the sister for all of that
Yeah.
matters. Like you would think that she was one of them, like
Yeah.
more so than the coach. And that is just such a beautiful thing. Like big, big, big shout out to Coach Banghart. I'm still waiting on my
Yeah.
episode, Coach Banghart. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't wait to get you on the show. Hopefully one day soon. But I just love what she does and how she involves herself with the team. So
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing. So can't wait to see with all of the weapons that she's gonna have, and sh- she's not done when it comes to commitments.
Yeah.
She's not done. Like
Hmm.
there's a couple of others out there that I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to
Yeah.
hear I'm just waiting to hear that. Hey, she's committed to Carolina, but and I'm sure a lot of people out there, especially in the Carolina family, we
Yes.
keep up with it. Like you know, some people may not keep up with the women's side of things like that as much as they do with the men's, but I keep up with all of it. Like
Yeah.
I'm just I want it to be diverse, I guess, when it comes
Hmm.
to the men and the women. The men is always, of course, going to get the praise, but you got to recognize what the women's side is doing over here and what Coach Banghart is doing
Yes.
over here. You have to recognize
Yes.
it. Like it is incredible. It is remarkable. It's memorable. It's history, I guess you could say. It's
Yeah.
classic. It's classic. And
Hmm.
so big shout out to Coach Banghart for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, amazing job she's doing over there. So I gotta ask you this, because I'm sure that a lot of the fans don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm sure a lot of the fans would like to know.
Hmm.
What does Taissa like to do during spare time, free time, things like that? Like who is Taissa when it comes to her free time and spare time? Who is she?
Hey, That that's a good question because I spend my time so much. It's like so 24 hours of basketball, and I always like if I'm not having practice, I'm watching some highlights. If I have something to do, it's something with basketball. But I think Thaisa, I like to be around my friends. Doing some stuff. Going to the park or doing like ride a bike or something like that. And I really like to cook. Sometimes, don't have practice on a Saturday. I'm gonna be, hey, why I should try to do a dessert or something like that.
Yeah,
So on
yeah,
my free time, I really like spend time with my friends here in US. If I have my family here, I was gonna spend my time with them. But I always when I have a free time, I always try to call them because the schedule's been so busy because of practice and everything. But I think my family is one of the thing I really always when I have some free time, I like to call them just to catch them up and see how they're going.
yeah,
But yeah, I think spend time with my friends and doing stuff that I like cooking and like riding a bike, or watching some movies. I think it's what I like.
yeah, yeah. You're the second one that said that she likes to cook. Leah likes to
Yeah,
cook as well.
that's good.
I can't remember if Nyla said she likes to cook. I can't remember what Nyla told me she likes to do anyway, to be honest with you. I do remember. The only reason I remember the whole cooking is because like Talia said the same thing, like for sure. So I mean, and sometimes if you catch her on social media, she's cooked sushi, she's cooked, or no, well, not
Mhm.
cooked, but she's made sushi, or
Yeah.
she's doing some baking, like you said, and things like that.
Mhm.
So, it's yeah, that's okay. Some simple
Yeah.
things in a way, basically. Like
Yeah.
you don't want to do too much, I guess you could say. Listen,
Yeah.
a lot of that may change when you get to Chapel Hill.
Yeah.
A lot of that may change. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I can tell you now, and no, I tell you what, I'm gonna ask you this question, and this is a
Mm.
real simple question. But what are give everybody 3 things that you're looking forward to when you get to Chapel Hill and start playing? Like this could be throughout the season, it could be a game that you're excited for, like it could be 1 or 2 particular games that you're excited for. It could be it could be anything. What are 3 things that Taissa is looking forward to in Chapel Hill?
I think the first one is get in season. Because when I was in the
Okay.
official visit, and it was like people around me, they always saying like they're saying like, "Oh, you're the recruiting for basketball." Like, yes, seeing for official visit, and they're saying like, when basketball season start, the gym gets crazy. I was going like, oh, and they're like, it's packed. Everyone goes. Everyone wants to like cheers for UNC, and you're gonna see how much fans UNC have. And I was kind of like, oh, that's kind of good. Have a lot of support from all different people. Not just for people like basketball, but they're kind of like, okay, we need to go watch UNC play.
Right.
So this is one I'm really looking for. And for games, I think I'm looking forward to a first game against Duke because rivals, it's a rival thing. So everyone say Duke and UNC, no matter what, women's or men's,
Men.
the
Uh-huh.
game gets crazy. The crowd gets crazy. We're gonna cheer for everything for UNC. We're gonna cheer, and that's
Yeah.
one of the game I'm kind of like, damn, I want to have this environment first.
Yeah. 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 So, I'm surprised, and I'm sure it's on the list, but I'm surprised you did not mention the Franklin Street Rush.
Oh, everyone said that too. Everyone said the girls in the official visit, they brought me there. Everyone said about that.
Yes. Yes. It's very huge. I mean, the whole street and everything is blocked off. There are
Yeah.
thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there. Like, I mean, it's especially for the Duke games. Like,
Oh.
it's very big. Very, 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 very big. But hey, you said
Wow.
Duke, so that's close enough. I mean, that's yeah, that environment is crazy. Don't get me wrong, I love the games at Carmichael when it comes
Mm,
to the Duke games, but the better environments I think is at Cameron Indoor Stadium. That's
mhm.
that's it's always it's a beautiful thing to go into Cameron Indoor Stadium and beat them on their own home court.
Wow.
In that type of environment, like
Yeah.
because Cameron Indoor Stadium probably the number 1 fans in the country,
Hmm.
and they get rowdy. They get rowdy. They do things that you can't even imagine. They do things you cannot imagine, and I
Wow.
give it to them. Hats off to them for that. Like, and they hands down are the best crowd in the country. I definitely give it to them. So, but the environment is amazing, and it's
Mhm.
you definitely gonna be able to witness it front row.
Mhm.
It's gonna be great. But of course, I believe the Tar Heels will prevail anyway. Like it
Mm.
just it is what it is. So Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I can't, like I said,
Yeah.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. Like oh man, it's just crazy. I think I'm more excited now because of the fact that I was always a fan, day one, always a
Yes.
fan, and I'm gonna always be a fan, right? But now I'm more excited because of now I'm in this podcasting space, like being able to pre-talk about the games before the game and then recapping the game afterwards to be able to get on here, talk to the fans, talk to players, just putting it out there. It gives you an extra rush, an extra feeling that is just really in a way unexplainable. So I'm happy to be in this podcasting space, and it's such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful thing.
Yes.
So I oh man, I'm thinking about it. I gotta ask you, did you, when you came on your visit, did they take you to the Dean Dome?
Yes.
Okay. They gotta make sure they took you to the Dean Dome, because a lot of people don't know what it's like when you step into the Dean Dome. Like when you step into the Dean Dome, it's like cotton candy. Like it is just it's a feeling that's, once again, unexplainable. Like you walk onto the court, you look up in the rafters, you see so many banners and jerseys like
Yes.
just hanging. And it's an amazing feeling. You see all of the great players that have came through that university, through the program. You see all of the national championship banners, regular season title banners, ACC tournament banners. Like it, I don't know even how to keep explaining it. I believe everybody in their lifetime, regardless of whether you are a Carolina fan or not, should visit the Dean Dome. You should visit the Dean Dome, at least for a game or something. You should go. It's one of those to where it's like the Golden Gate Bridge to me.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to see the Golden Gate Bridge. I believe that everybody should at least see the Ding Dong at least one time in their life. Like, Cameron Indoor Stadium, when Carolina goes to play Duke at Cameron, all of the big time movie stars, they all come out for that game to go to Cameron. Donald Trump has been there. Barack Obama has been there for Carolina Duke game. Stephen A. Smith, Michael Strait. I mean, the list just goes on and on. But every game, you're gonna see greats and actors and just famous people in the stands. That just shows you how big the rivalry is. But once again, there's no place like Cameron, and it's an even better feeling when you beat Duke in Cameron. Like, so I can't wait. I think y'all go undefeated during your whole tenure at USC against Duke. I think y'all go undefeated because this team is going to be amazing. This team's going to be amazing. So listen, Taissa, I appreciate you stopping by for sure. Open invitation. You're always welcomed. Anytime you want to stop through and chop it up. Of course, anybody that's in the Carolina family that I've talked to, they're always welcomed. Players, coaches, whomever, they're always welcome. So you have an open invitation here. Don't be a stranger. Whatever you do, definitely don't be a stranger. Like 94 feet is gonna be here. I'm gonna be recapping games, things like that. So definitely got to make sure that you tune in and things like that. So, you know, stay in tune for sure. But let everybody know where they can find you at and your information and things like that.
Yes. First, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be here in the podcast. I think it's really important to us being a committee. Show how we are, and we're gonna feel really well in the UNC. And so I thank you so much for this opportunity, for being here. And well, you can follow me on my Instagram, Taissa Queiroz Basketball, and my Twitter, Taissa Basket. And yeah, the two of them I use the most.
Absolutely, absolutely. Like the of course, am I the first interview?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yes.
goodness. Oh my goodness. Like, man, like I feel so honored. I really do feel so honored
Yes.
to hear that. Like, because I was wondering, I was sitting there just thinking, like, man, wait a minute, has she done some other interviews or anything? And I
Oh,
couldn't remember of any. So then that's when I asked you. But oh man, I'm honored. This has been an honor for
yes.
sure. Like, this has definitely been an honor. So, you know, now you'll be able to. This is a remarkable story right here. Like, my first interview, my first UNC interview was with Linzel from 94 Feet of UNC. Like, you know, as
Mm,
the years goes on and you are into your career and in the WNBA or, you know, whatever the case may be. So it's an honor.
yes.
It's been an honor for sure. So, and I truly appreciate it. And once again, like I
Yes.
said, you're now family. This is the Zell Dome. You're always welcome back anytime. You know, all you gotta do is reach out to me, and we'll make it happen for sure. We'll definitely
Yes.
definitely make it happen. So I truly appreciate it. So everybody, that is Taissa Queiroz. Absolutely, absolutely. So listen, up. That means somebody is at the door, Taissa. I don't know who it is, but we're going to find out who it is for sure. I don't know who the next
Yes.
guest would be. They always just pop up unannounced. I think I'm going to have to start. I might have to move and tell everybody, like, listen, don't come all the way out here because I might not be home. Like,
Yeah.
but but yeah, I'm just joking. But yeah, listen, much success to you. And once again, congratulations for sure. And go
Thank you.
Heels. And it's always
Yes.
a great
Yes.
day
Thank you
to
so
be a
much.
Tar Heel. Absolutely, absolutely. So, listen, I appreciate everybody for watching for sure. And don't forget, make sure that y'all follow me on my socials and tap into me on YouTube. And until then,